It's 2 years since the memorable incident at the Lekki Plaza in Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital, as some youth organized a peace march at the same venue to mark its second anniversary. The gathering was later dispersed when police officers fired canisters of tear gas and water cannons. News Central's Bernard Akede was at the Lekki Plaza and compiled this report.
As early as 6 a.m., officers of the Nigeria Police could be seen armed and at alert at the Lekki Plaza in Lagos, the venue of the shooting that took place 2 years ago when angry youths protested against police brutality. A flyer was circulated earlier on social media explaining that there will be a drive-through procession with horns blaring in memory of those who, according to the organizers, were killed at this spot and those who have in any way suffered police brutality. But the protesters surprisingly came on foot. Notable were popular singer Falani Falano, aka Fals the Bad Guy, and Adebowale Debo Adedayo, also known as Mr. Macaroni. The group marched in circles for a while around the toll area and back, chanting songs of solidarity.
The important aim of this thing is to remember some of the bravest people that we've ever had in this country. Those ones that laid down their lives for us on that day. They stayed there up until their last breath. You know, they protested and fought for a country habitable for them. And even in the face of that, they were slain. We have to remember them. We cannot forget them.
Human rights activist and presidential candidate of the African Action Congress Party, Omoyele Sowore, with his supporters, also joined the movement and made his voice heard.
But the most important thing is that come 2023, all these individuals who we have identified as complicit in this massacre must be identified and punished.
Sure.
So that nobody in the history of Nigeria will ever do this again.
Sure.
The protest took a different turn, however, when the crowd decided to come to a halt rather than continue the procession. Security operatives say they had no option but to disperse them so as to make way for free-flowing traffic.
Come this way, come where they come, let's go.
A few people were apprehended in the process.
I spoke to one of the police officers here who's in charge, and he said that these people will be released eventually, that they will not be taken anywhere, that they were just held down to ensure that they do not build up numbers that could eventually hijack this particular protest. They've been put in this Black Maria behind me. I spoke to some of them. One of them said he's a comedian. Another one said he was here October 10, 2020, 2 years ago, on that infamous day. The third one eventually said he's just a passerby, and he's one of the three who have been apprehended.
As the crowd scattered, the police deployed more canisters of tear gas and even used water cannons, a move that sparked reactions off and on social media.
Once again, what started as a peaceful march and peaceful demonstration has ended with the deployment of tear gas canisters and water cannons. The Nigerian police and other security operatives have eventually dispersed the crowd that was gathered here to raise their voices and to make the entire world remember what happened here at the Lekki toll gate on October the 20th, 2020. Have the voices of the protesters been heard? Have their messages been passed? Will the world continue to remember what has happened here? One thing definitely is clear. The story of Sars 2020 is one that will continue to be told for many years to come. Bernard Akede, reporting for News Central.